Alright, so let's talk about project management. Not the textbook version, just how it actually works when you're trying to get stuff done with a team, especially in engineering when things can get messy fast. You know that feeling when everyone's working hard but somehow nothing's really moving? Like, people are replying to emails, updating spreadsheets, jumping into meetings, but the project itself is just kind of floating in limbo. That's usually a sign that there's no real structure, no one's steering the ship. And I've been there. You've got a deadline, a bunch of smart people, and still confusion. That's where project management comes in. It's not about control or bureaucracy, it's about clarity. It's about rhythm. So here's the basic flow. You've got 5 phases: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring control, and closure. Sounds formal, but it's actually super intuitive. Imagine you're building a bridge. You don't just start laying bricks. First, you figure out what kind of bridge you need. That's initiation. Then you plan the material, the timeline, and the team. That's planning. Then you build. Execution. You check progress and adjust as needed. That's monitoring and control. And finally, you wrap it up, document lessons, and hand it over. That's closure. Each phase has its own vibes. Planning is where you slow down and think. Execution is where you move fast and stay aligned. Monitoring control is like checking your mirrors while driving. You're still moving, but you're aware and adjusting. Now, roles. The project manager is kind of like a conductor. They're not playing every instrument, but they're making sure the orchestra is in sync. Then you've got your team leads, your contributors, your stakeholders. Everyone has a lane, and when those lanes are clear, collaboration becomes very easier. Tools help a ton too. Gantt charts, Kanban boards, RASI metrics. They sound fancy, but they're just visual ways to track who's doing what, when, and how it's all connected. I use Gantt charts diagrams a lot in my workflow. It helps engineers to see the whole picture without drowning in details. And honestly, once you get the rhythm right, everything starts to flow. People stop stepping on each other's toes. Deadlines make sense. You actually finish things without burning out. So yeah, project management isn't this rigid thing. It's more like a framework for clarity, and clarity is power, especially when you're juggling technical complexity, team dynamics, and real-world constraints. Anyway, in the next video, I want to dive into something that gets overlooked a lot: project reporting. Not just status update, but how to actually communicate progress in a way that builds trust, keep momentum, and helps your team and stakeholders stay aligned. This is Siavash, and I'll see you in the next one.